Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Shokugeki no Souma. It is season 3 episode 11 and well, I think that's one. Holy heck, that's nice as it seems. So as always, if you want to see my reaction, go down in the descriptions, you will find a link. Remove the circumflex dot parts and replace them with real dots and you will see my reaction to this episode. Once you have done it, please come back, listen to what I think about this episode, what I have to say, and what I expect of the next one. So, see you soon. For those of you who have come back, welcome back. Now, that was an episode, holy hell, I did not expect what was happening here. But I really look forward to the next episode. /episodes. I'm not sure if they will finish it in one episode. I mean, this is a Shokugeki we all waited for. And they're doing it in a small kitchen, you know? They don't do it in like a restaurant or in the huge hall that they normally do the Shokugekis in. They do it in the classroom kitchen. And like no one is watching. It's only the three girls who are watching right now. I guess there will be more in the future. Possibly like walking along and everyone is watching from the window. But man. What a Shokugeki. So Souma versus the first seed. Holy heck. I did not see that one coming. That was really great. Really great. And so fast, you know? And the stakes are high. I mean, those are stakes. I mean, just think about Souma having to join Central. Huh. Although from the inside, you might be able to do even more. You don't know. But think about the other side. What if he wins and he becomes not anyone? He will be the first seed in the Elite 10. I really thought he would like walk up step by step, you know, like going against 10 or 9 and then someone in the middle. But he's like going frontal to, yeah, the number 1. So how did it come to that? Let's think about it. So, the last food war, the last Shokugeki ended. Ryukun won. We talked about that one. And as I said, there had to be a reaction of Azani. Had to be. And there was. So Azani was watching it, or at least the end of the Shokugeki, and was kind of, you know, playing the cool one, like, yeah, you won 1 out of 30, so congratulations. I don't care, you know, like that. But as we saw afterwards, it was an important one to him. And I realized that someone else was watching, and that was Tsukasa here, the number 1 seed of the Elite 10, Tsukasa Ishii. He was watching. So I think I'm not sure. We will see, but what I don't want to forget the option that maybe he himself is playing a game now, realizing something is wrong with the plans, and maybe, just maybe, doing this here to spoil the plans of Azani. So either he is getting Yukihira in to kind of give him more insight and help him on defeating Azani, or he even sees the potential that Souma may win. I'm not sure. That is just an option, a small one, but it is still there. However, Azani did watch it and did have a little talk with Alice. And she despises him, which I completely love. So she really gave him fire. She was like, in your face, in front of everyone. That was cool. And nice. Irina could listen to it, did hear what she said, which is very, very important to bring them back to this state of friendship that they had. I think they are more neither already, but it is not the embracing friendship now. It is this little rivalry going on in the way that, you know, those two people like each other. They just can't say it to each other to the face. So Souma realized it, Ryukun knows it for sure. And as he said, don't tell him, that will only cause problems. So they are already on a very good track. But Alice stated to Azani that she will never work on his side and she does not like him. I mean, that's someone, if there's someone who tells it to your face, hey man, I just don't like you. That is a harsh thing to say, you know, that it hits your core. And he was playing it off cool, walking away, but then you could see that it did hit him. That he is not happy with what is going on. So he was munching on his finger, which is nice for us to see. So we have this, he is not the indestructible one, the one that everything that gets thrown on just glides away from. He really took it. It stuck with him. I guess all of it, the lost Shokugekis and the fact that Alice is not bowing to him as he wanted it. He wants to be the Primarch, you know. He wants to be the one who's the head of the family. He got rid of the old man and tries to be the new number one of the academy. But the difference is that when it came to the old man, to the grandfather, although some people might have disagreed with what he did from time to time, they still all looked up to him. There was no questioning about his abilities and everything. While for Azani, I think he feels it, he hears it, that a lot of people don't like him. I mean, he's going for an elite program. He's going for 5%, let's just say 5% are worth my time. Which means he gets fired from the rest of them, which are 95%. Which he tries to ignore in the most time he does. But the problem is, if one of those 5% are against you, then you have a problem. And right now there are some. Elise is against him, and she is capable enough. Ryukun showed that he is capable enough to be one of those elite, one of those inner circle of Central. And he's definitely not working for him either. And there are some others as well. So it's not going perfectly for him, which I like. So, however, that was this. Then they had cooking class. First time we've seen it under Central, which means you have to cook the exact by recipe, the exact meal that is given to you. Don't change anything. Don't try to better it. We talked about that a lot already. Now this option of if you have the perfect food, don't change anything. So everyone does the perfect food, which, as I said in the last discussion, makes sense for a specific amount of time, and then it is simply stupid because there will be someone who's better, who could do it better. So, but they get this cooking lesson from no one else than him here. There. No, there. This one. There one. Not this one. I mean, like, it's so complicated in the other way around. This one there. The number one seed. Himself. Tsukasa Aishi. Which caused a bit of a surprise for many. It was for me surprising as well. I mean, we knew he would be teaching, as all the others. It was interesting that he came in just after he watched the Shokugeki. So it was like, is this by accident, or is this somehow planned? We will learn. We will see. We could see that those two here would work really well together. They're like a well-oiled machinery. So Yukihira Souma is really good at preparing the ingredients, at giving him in time what he needs, so that Tsukasa can do a perfect food. So I can understand that he said, I would like you to be my right hand, to be the one who prepares, like in a kitchen, the one who prepares the food. You have specific, we've seen in the older plates in the older seasons, that such a kitchen can only work if everyone works together. The chef is the chef because he's really good at what he does, but he needs a sommelier. He needs for everything someone specific, someone who does all the sauces, someone who prepares food, and so on and so forth. Everyone has to know their job. And if everyone does their job in a good way, then it all clinks together and you have a perfect thing coming out. In this case, it is food. So those two really would work as a team perfectly, it seems. So I see why he asked him to join him and Central. He did it out of very selfish reasons, which is interesting. And here we are back at the beginning of my speech. Does he really do it for selfish reasons, or is he acting as though he's selfish to push Yukihira? Souma, I'm not sure. Let's say he is just selfish, okay? So he really doesn't think what others need, what others do. He's about improving his own craft, which many chefs are like. Okay. And he said, join me. So Souma said blankly, no man, forget it, no chance. I'm not joining Central. Especially you're self-centered, so no. I want to do my own things as well. Which leads us to, I want you. So let's make it in a Shokugeki. You lose, you become my right-hand man and join Central. You win, I'm not number 1 seed anymore. And you are possibly in this case then. I was kind of hoping that Souma would say no. I mean, he is clever. He knows what he is capable of. And he has eaten his food before. And I remember him saying this is like in another league, I remember when they had the food of the other Elite 10 in the past episodes. To this moment, I did not think he would be able to win. Because it is a different level. It's just another step, And it would be, not saying it would be a clear loss. I believe enough in Souma and his abilities to think that he would make a really, really good dish. Which, as I hope, Tsukasa Ishii would say like, wow, this is really good. It is not as good as mine, but it is really good. And that's what I was hoping for, like, that he would then say like, okay, you have to join Central, but I agree. There is something which is not the perfect way of the Elite 10, but you have something as well. Maybe that he starts to think like, maybe there is more to having local cuisine, to having people try their own recipes. Something like that, I hoped, like, so that they could do like an inside job later on. That might still be an option. But when he opened up about the long-time plan of Azani about closing restaurants all over Japan, everything that is not 5-star cuisine, should be closed in the end. Which would mean a lot of people losing their jobs, but losing, the small restaurant around your corner everywhere. Even the not so small restaurants everywhere in your city. That would mean every city would have like 3 or 4 restaurants only. Let's talk about like Kyoto, Japan, and so on. Let's say Osaka, a city of food in Japan, who has hundreds, if not thousands, of different restaurants, because they are all very specific and a little bit different, and everything. They may not be perfect, but it is this, you can do something else every day for food, and still each and every one of them has something, All those would be closed. All those would be gone. And for Souma, this is a lot of memories. It is his family. It is his teenage years, his childhood years, which he remembered. But he is aware that this is not only his. He's aware this... his life is like copied 1,000,000 times for others all over Japan. So he's aware this means so much more than just losing a building, So in this moment it became personal. In this moment it became not about himself alone anymore, and still very specifically about him as well. And this is a moment when I changed my opinion. When I was like, okay, this might be the trigger that he can win this. Because he goes in with his heart now, even more than normally. It might trigger him to go above his level, which is already incredibly high. So I see a chance of him winning this. I really do. I'm not sure if I could put it in numbers. I see the option that Souma might win this. I see, even if he wouldn't win, an option for the future. However, I don't see a clear devastating loss here, because he's too good for a devastating loss, you know? He's not screwing it up. Maybe the others will help him. I'm not sure if this is allowed, but in the end, we've seen in the past that when he worked together with the ideas of others, with the influence of others, with a friendship and camaraderie, he became even better. So maybe the ones outside will help him, maybe not. I guess other people will join in at the window. And it will be more like an open Shokugeki. Maybe it will even go around the whole academy, you know, in time while they're doing it. I mean, it's venison. That takes a while to be done properly. So this is what I expect. I guess the next episode will be completely Shokugeki. It should be. I mean, it is a big one. So I hope it is a full episode of this. I'm aware that there is something else happening. So there is a Shokugeki hunting for the local cuisine of Megumi, if I understood that correctly. I think the Don RS will be in question as well soon. So there we are going as well. But right now, it's those two. And I can't wait to watch it. So, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked my ramble of thoughts. As you may have realized, I'm really excited about this one. And I look forward to the next one. So, once it happens, I'll see you then. Please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. I like to hear from you. And this is it for this time. So, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye, and out.